Hi there, I'm Mallory. I'm the Learning Career Volunteer Engagement Manager here at McGaw, and my job is to make sure that all of our volunteers and our staff are oriented. This video was created for you guys so you can get a baseline understanding of what we do here at McGaw. My door is always open. I would love to be able to help you with any other questions you have or any further information you need. You'll be able to find all the resources you need as well online after this video. But just please reach out to me if you have any other questions, and we hope that you understand how great it is to be at McGaw.
Greetings, my name is Mark Andrew Dennis Jr., the President and CEO of the McGaw YMCA of Evanston, Illinois. This is a great learning organization. Here at the McGaw Y, everything we do is about transformation and giving people an opportunity to meet their desires, to realize their vision, and begin to find a moment of achievement. That's who we are. You become a very significant, vibrant part of the McGaw Y as an employee or as a volunteer. We welcome you, therefore, to one of the greatest institutions of this community, one of the oldest institutions of this community, and the place to be, the place to learn, the place to grow, and the place to thrive for excellence. Welcome. And I hope that you will remember something that encourages me every day as a leader here at McGaw, taken from one of my mentors, Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. His phrase was, "I aim for the stars, and if I land upon the moon, I'm still higher than I first started." Help us to help all people aim for the stars. They will ultimately land upon a moon, but at the end of the day, they will be, and all of us will be, and the community will be higher than when we first started. Again, welcome, and know that my door is always open to you. Take care. And my favorite word is peace.
Monique Parsons, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer. The history of the two Ys in Evanston started in 1908 when the Emerson YMCA, which is the Black YMCA, opened up in the 5th Ward. And of course, during that time, Ys were segregated and like everything else in our community. And so there was really, with the exception of three Black churches in the Evanston community, there were really no other outlets, no social outlets for the Black community. So Reverend Talley was the one who orchestrated the start of the Emerson YMCA. And unfortunately, with the long history, the Emerson YMCA closed in 1969. And the members of the Emerson YMCA were invited to then come to McGaw YMCA, again during a very, very high stress time in our nation. Those Black members that decided to come to McGaw YMCA were not really treated in a welcoming way. And there were some that just decided to never again be a part of the YMCA family based on how they were treated when they first came and based on how the Emerson YMCA closed. The building actually closed in 1969, but stood standing as a reminder, vacant in that community. And so that was really hard for the Black community. And there are still people today that refuse to step foot in McGaw YMCA because of that history. There's so much more I could say about the relationship or the history between the two, but online there's a wonderful video called Unforgettable, and it chronicles the history of the Emerson Y and McGaw YMCA.
Hi, my name is Katie Trippi. I am the Alumni and Development Director for McGaw YMCA Camp Echo. Camp Echo is our residential summer camp. It's 500 wooded acres located near Fremont, Michigan, which is about 4.5 hours north of Evanston in central Michigan. And we're located on a little inland lake by the name of Long Ryerson Lake. So that by 1923, when the Evanston YMCA purchased the original 46 acres up in Fremont to be the permanent home of Camp Echo, 80 boys went to summer camp that summer near Fremont and had a great time. Camp has continued to grow throughout the years. In 1947, the Y recognized the interest that girls had in attending summer camp and created the first 2-week session for girls at the end of the summer in 1947. By 1970, it was clear that there were even more girls who wanted to go to camp, and so 2 sessions of girls camp were added to the 3 sessions of existing boys camp. By 1982, it was clear that the operating model for Camp Echo was going to go forward as a co-ed model where boys and girls could be at camp together and families could send all of their children to camp at the same time. This was a wild success and leads us to today's experience where we actually have numerous kids who are on our wait list hoping to attend Camp Echo this summer. In 1960, we expanded our teen leadership opportunities by building an outpost that was a little bit more rustic and set apart from the regular main camp area of camp. In 1983, we began our teen adventure trip programs with our Trailblazers trip, which we still offer today. 2 weeks of hiking and canoeing through the Upper Peninsula, and for boys and girls in 7th and 8th grades. This year, we've expanded our adventure trips to include a total of 20 different types of trips for teens all the way from 7th grade all the way through high school. And we find these adventure trips a great addition to our program and help us to teach teen leadership, responsibility, and self-development. That takes us up to today where we're actually planning the future of Camp Echo. We are in the process of enlisting our 19,000 alumni, our parents and supporters in the community to help us expand Camp Echo so that we can serve those kids who are on our wait lists. We are looking forward to many generations of Camp Echo campers to join us in years to come.
My name is Becky Slink, and I am the Director of Services and Facilities at the McGaw YMCA Children's Center. In September of 1982, Vicki Burke established a new preschool program to meet the requests of parents in her YMCA gym classes. Just for Threes began in the fall of '82 as a 2-morning-a-week gym swim activity program with just 9 children. The program was so successful in filling the strong need for a preschool here in Evanston with highly physical activity that a request by parents was made to begin a 4 and 5-year-old program. Vicki Burke and Carolyn Kent realized that they had established the beginnings of what would become an extremely strong program here in Evanston. In '85, the Discovery Preschool was established. We had 3 program levels in 4 classrooms, filled to a maximum with 79 children, and in order to expand, we needed to find new space. Discovery Preschool had taken over every space at the Grove Street building, so by the fall of 1987, the entire program moved here to the St. Mary site and filled 5 rooms here. The program was renamed later the McGaw YMCA Child Care Center to encompass the entirety of what we were now working on. Full-day infant and toddler care, full-day preschool programs had been added. After-school programming for the local elementary schools had also become part of the program. Early childhood programs that run full and part day serve up to 255 children annually at the Children's Center location. Schools Out provides after-school programming for up to 165 children at 2 sites, the Children's Center here and the Foster Reading Center at the Family Focus building. We're in the process of opening 2 Head Start classrooms at the Family Focus building, which will serve 34 3- and 4-year-olds in year-round wraparound programming. summer brings multiple programs to multiple sites. We will serve up to 240 children each session this summer in summer day camps at both Dawes and Kingsley. And our summer learning loss prevention programs will provide opportunities for 230 children at Oakton, Kingsley, Washington, and Foster Reading Center.
Marlon Butler, Residence Director at the McGaw YMCA. We have 172 rooms. We have a gambit of gentlemen that live upstairs, from gentlemen that's coming here for a one-night stay, which is $47. We have gentlemen that stay here for a week. We have a lot of Northwestern students. We have a lot of gentlemen that are on a fixed income. They're mostly elderly gentlemen that we work with. Then we have the ones that are just starting out with apartments. We have the 20-year-olds that need to build up their credit or their independence. So we got that as well. And then we have the gentlemen that are just, living paycheck to paycheck and, have a fixed income as well. So they need affordable housing.
So here at McGaw YMCA, we have decided to strategically align ourselves with gaps in this community. A lot of those gaps we determined started in the gap of summer learning opportunities for our Black and brown youth compared to their white counterparts. So we have worked with our district to determine what those ages are, and we knew that third grade is where there tends to be a gap between those students, particularly around reading and literacy. So we have developed a program that has been happening across the country at YMCA's called Summer Learning. And this last year, we also adopted a program called Power Scholars, which introduces literacy as well as STEM education for 3rd through 5th grade students in this community. The other program that we have to reach a gap needed in this community is Metamedia. There is not any formal STEM education that is available to all youth in this community in any school in Evanston. So the Y had decided to be the leading provider in that area in partnership with YOU and Northwestern University to provide an out-of-school STEM learning environment. We soon and quickly found out that STEM had just kind of been this catchphrase, and that without the A, which is arts, that the onboarding process would be a little more difficult. So we switched our focus a little bit and decided to provide STEAM learning opportunities in a maker space. STEAM, for those of you who don't know, stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And they are not individual learning experiences, they are a mesh of all of those learning experiences. We also offer a mentoring program called Project SOAR, and this is a one-on-one mentoring program for students entering grades 4th through 8th. And most of the mentors we get from Northwestern University, as well as some community mentors that get paired one-on-one with a student that is referred to us through a social worker at their local school. These pairs are mandated to meet 2 to 4 hours a week, and the mentor's commitment is at least for a year. But several mentors, because of the powerful relationships we've established, have been with us for multiple years and stay with their student for multiple years, which obviously yields the biggest success and relationships. They go on really cool trips throughout the year, as well as go to Camp Echo, which is kind of a culminating event, a nice Mother's Day gift because we take them during Mother's Day weekend, and they spend a weekend there for some self-exploration and to have some really fun at one of our premier programs off-site. For the high school population is this 20% gap of students that graduate ETHS that don't go on to college, and particularly those testing in the lowest quartile. So Achievers is a college readiness and career exploration program for students testing in the lowest quartile as incoming freshmen. We meet with them 2 to 3 times a week after school and on Saturdays. The after school portion is all around academic success and like project management and getting really prepared to get through high school. The Saturday portions are all structured around what we call career clusters, which exposes students to different career opportunities in the community and outside of the community. And then as they get older, those career opportunities get more strategic based on what they believe they'll major in college. in March or April, depending on when spring break is, we take them on a week-long out-of-state spring break tour so they can truly envision themselves in a college setting. So it's been really, really phenomenal to be able to offer these what we call mission-driven programs that honestly are here to fill gaps in the community.
My name is Maggie Alexat and I'm the Director of Member Relations at the McGaw YMCA. McGaw serves thousands of children in all of our youth programs, and so back in 2013 we really determined that it was of the utmost importance that we be doing everything that we can in our responsibility as adults to protect those children and to make sure that we are providing them with a safe environment where they could learn and grow and develop. So in 2013 we developed a task force that got the leaders at McGaw together to work to develop strategies and plans to implement to make sure that we were really providing the safest environment for all of the kids here at McGaw. So we've seen a lot of changes in the years since the task force started. One of the most important things that we decided to do was to make sure that all of our members, all of our guests, every adult who enters this building is screened and checked in a manner that would check them against the sex offender registry to make sure that all of the adults who are in the building are cleared and not a sex offender. We do that by checking our membership database that is checked every single day automatically to make sure that everybody in our database is clear. And then we also check all visitors and guests and anyone who is not a member. We check them in through our lobby guard system using their photo ID to get their name and birthday to make sure that everyone in the building is someone who should be here.